J.O., they didn't have any Digimon, but the guy at the booth said there was this thing called Legend of the Overfiend that you might like.
Hello, Nash. Why don't you just take a seat?
Where's J.O.? You madman, where is she?
Oh, I'm keeping her someplace safe.
What have you done with her?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Vultures don't wear cowboy hats. Oh, that's just silly.
And if you ever want to see her again, then you will do exactly as I say. Real nice boyfriending, Nash. I'm gonna tell J.O.
You weren't thinking of leaving so soon, were you? I'd be ever so sad.
At 2, Film Brain?
I'm sorry. I don't speak French.
Darkness washed over the dude. Darker than a black steer's tuchus on a moonless prairie night. There was no bottom.
Nash.
Is it? Oh, Mommy, I don't feed my shoes to watermelon.
Nash!
Look!
Wakey, wakey.
Eggs and bakey!
I thought we agreed we weren't gonna use that line.
Oh, but I never get to use any snappy repartee.
Because you think eggs and bakey is snappy repartee.
It's from Kill Bill. You gave me the perfect setup.
Just because it's from Kill Bill doesn't mean it's automatically good.
It's Tarantino. Okay, admittedly, Inglourious Basterds is a bit of a flawed movie, but...
Okay. Fred and Ethel, time out. What exactly is going on here?
I'm here to inflict vengeance for your constant, bile-dripping destruction of classic Doctor Who!
Alright, that makes a psychotic sort of sense, but... Film Brain, what are you doing here?
I just like to be included in the group.
Uh-huh. Listen, can I sit up now? These shot changes are a pain to edit.
What? Oh, yeah, sure, go.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now that we've attended the formalities, what awful bit of dreck have you brought to subject me to this time?
Ha! Not so fast, Nash, for we have a truly awful piece of dreck. Ah! You stole my thunder!
What'd I do?
Seriously, not cool, man. He spent all day working on his villain dialogue over there.
Do you know how often I get to play the heavy? Tell him, Film Brain.
Not often.
Not often.
Jeez, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Do you want to start over? Or
No. The moment's gone now.
Are you sure? Because we can go back to the part where I'm laying down.
We got Wonder Woman!
Damn it, Film Brain!
I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to reveal it yet, was I?
We talked about this. I was gonna reveal it and do the villain speech, then you were supposed to hook him up to the car battery and...
I thought you were bringing the car battery.
You didn't bring the car battery.
How could I? You gave me $2 and a bag of Doritos. What was I supposed to do? Battle with the Walmart?
Hey, guys. Wonder Woman, the 2011 pilot, the one so bad it never even made it to air?
Yes, that's right. The most hideous.
Debasing.
Inhuman.
Disgusting.
Appalling.
Have either of you actually watched it yet?
Well, not as such.
Not by strict definition, no.
So, oh boy. You're both going to be torturing yourselves right alongside me then.
Oh, poop.
You know, for a guy who reviews comic books, you really make a crap villain.
Well, might as well get to it then.
Mama!
We open on an inner city neighborhood and a kid named Willis who's just gotten an important piece of mail.
What's it say? What's it say, Willis?
What's in the fucking box?
I got you. Yes! Oh, Mama, I'm going to college.
Wait, did you put in a college public service announcement by mistake?
Not unless he was accepted to Lovecraft U.
What, you've never been so happy you cried blood? Nobody? Just me then.
And after that nightmare-inducing commentary on higher education, we cut to Hollywood Boulevard?
Jen McKenna from Air 5, high above Hollywood Boulevard of Vine. We're tracking a white male, probably in his 20s. He does not appear to be armed, but he does appear almost superhuman with his speed.
But not fast enough to escape this pilot, sadly.
And here's our hero, everyone, the red, white, and blurry.
Guys, I don't really know that much about Wonder Woman, actually.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
He didn't.
Shut up. And now a brief history of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is better known as Diana of Themyscira, daughter of Hippolyta, and paragon of the Amazons. She's had multiple tweaks and adjustments to her origins over the years, but the main thrust of her character is that she is a champion of her people, a scion of the gods, and a hero to all. Whereas Batman is a mental giant and Superman a tower of power, Wonder Woman is best known for her honor, spirit, and the depth of her compassion. Well, at least she used a sterile needle.
Ma'am, give him up.
If I give him to you, he'll lawyer up.
And if we give rights to criminals, only criminals will have rights. Wait.
So the introduction to Wonder Woman is that she's a brutal vigilante who resents the rule of law and violates the right of unreasonable search?
Wait, you people have a whole revolution against my country to get those rights, and now you have a show that glorifies in their detriment.
It would seem America's largest export has become irony.
After an incredibly lackluster intro that surely taxed Windows Movie Maker, we're given a recap by the Exposition News Network.
Was fantastic, Rob. Wonder Woman just swooped in, ran down the suspect, shot out her lasso, and reeled him in like a trout.
Thanks, Barbara. In other news, Green Lantern used a midget like a basketball, and Blue Beetle eats poodles. Oh, those wacky heroes.
Wiretaps? That lasso.
She's landing now.
Wait, Carrie Elways is in this? And Nancy Grace? Wow, the economy must really be crap.
Wonder Woman, also known as Diana Themyscira, runs the multi-million-dollar Themyscira Industries, which, as we all know, funds her crime-fighting operation.
In other news, Apple claims this violates the patent on their crime-fighting app and is suing for damages.
If you look closely, we've highlighted it. There's the famous lasso of truth shooting out as she Abu Ghraibs her quarry.
No, I couldn't have heard that right.
There is no way!
Play that again!
There's the famous lasso of truth shooting out as she Abu Ghraibs her quarry.
So, in just under 5 minutes, this show has Wonder Woman violate the law, ignore basic rights, and the media aggrandizes her with references to the worst torture scandal in US history.
And all without the slightest tint of irony or self-awareness.
And they completely rip off Grant Morrison's Batman Incorporated. What?
We should also point out that this pilot is unfinished, so there are parts where instructions are given for effects to be added later. Except some of them kind of take on different meanings.
Coming this fall, Wonder Woman, pants to be darkened.
Only if you pissed yourself laughing, maybe.
Okay, we're talking showboat here. I mean, come on. Obviously, this woman needs some anger management.
Could you stop with the media exposition already? At this point, you have officially given Dr. Phil grounds to get a SAG card.
All right then, let's see how the actors deal with conveying the backstory.
Yes, and where are you going?
Home.
The Diana Prince home?
Don't start.
Di,
Henry,
hear me out.
I'm always hearing you out.
You have an early morning here.
So why not just stay here?
It's your home.
As Diana Themyscira,
Who you are.
among others.
Third base!
Having an alter ego is the equivalent of
Self-induced
self-induced schizophrenia.
schizophrenia.
Can you help me out here?
Wait. Wonder Woman has 2 alter egos, one of them running the company and publicly being Wonder Woman, and another where she sits in an apartment?
Not to mention the cunning disguise of a pair of hipster glasses.
Don't start!
You want to go on Facebook? I've decided Diana Prince needs to get out a little.
And just to prove how much of an actual woman she is, this Titanic hero spends her time off reenacting scenes from The Ugly Truth, watching The Notebook with her kitty, and lamenting the man that she left to become Wonder Woman.
I think feminism just got whiplash.
Back at Themyscira Industries,
The makers of fine products such as assault, battery, and false imprisonment.
Diana has a meeting with the mother of Willis, the kid who cried blood in the opening.
The man you ran down last night, was he the one who gave Willis the drugs?
I think so. He's just a pawn in a much larger network, but...
I wish you'd killed him.
I know you want vengeance, but let's leave that to me, okay? I'm kind of good at it.
Nash.
Yeah?
Did you bring the hammer?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
So Wonder Woman holds a press conference to divulge the culprit of this plot.
You mean it isn't the writers?
Veronica Cale, founder of Cale Anderson Pharmaceuticals, a billion-dollar manufacturer of various drugs, including bodybuilding supplements that grow muscles at warp speed. 6 teenage athletes, all from ghettos, by the way, have suffered heart failure in the last year. That woman is responsible. But I can't prove it.
What? Are you insane?
Dude, she routinely assaults people in broad daylight. You think a little thing like slander is gonna stop her?
My goal last night was to obtain a blood sample.
At first she tried to rip his head off with the lasso to get it, but when that didn't work, she fell right back on the needle.
So Wonder Woman just went on national TV and admitted to the entire world that she's broken the law to stop a crime she can't even prove was committed? What's the word for that?
SOPA?
Ooh, nice.
Miss Cale, trust me. If the law doesn't get you, I will.
Little tip, when you threaten the fabric of society, don't smile like that.
This woman's an action figure. She's primarily in the business of being popular so she can sell her merchandise.
She called me an action figure.
Excuse me?
Veronica Cale. She called me an action figure. Can you believe that?
Di, you are an action figure. You designed your costume to specifically look like one. Pick another mission, Di. Go pull a child out of a burning building. It'll be more visceral, and let's face it, you could use the bump. If Veronica Cale is innocent...
She's not.
The DNA came back on John O'Quinn. Negative.
I got the test results today. You're definitely a psychopath.
But let's not dwell on the fact that Wonder Woman is now in every sense of the word a criminal. What the audience really wants is a debate on boobies!
Thank you.
My input is that the doll is insulting. I want it redesigned.
What?
I never approved of this.
You most certainly did. I mean, this is the very prototype.
I didn't sign off on it.
So she approved it, but because she didn't sign a piece of paper, she reserves the right to not approve it after they've dumped a fortune into production. Is there anything she doesn't slather in crazy?
You've seen the flow charts. The lesser endowed models don't sell
I don't
nearly
care
as
about
well.
the flow charts.
I do. It's my job to care.
Well, you should care about
Especially
my
since
being
the merchandising
objectified,
goes to
Henry,
pay
to
for
the
the crime
leisure sheets
fighting.
reflecting
You like your
message that we
gadgets.
send to
You
young
like your
girls.
brains.
I never signed off on this
You were the one who
If I
designed the
had
form-fitting
seen it,
costume.
I
You
never
had
would
the
have done
idea
that.
to
I never said to
merchandise.
merchandise my tits.
Wonder Woman isn't vulgar.
Oh, for Pete's sake, look at her! The poor woman is in fear for her life! You get the idea that Wonder Woman's previous assistants are in a shallow grave in a field somewhere.
Of course Wonder Woman isn't vulgar. Wonder Woman's perfect. Perfect tits, perfect ass, perfect teeth. I mean, look at these teeth. She always does everything right. God forbid she make a mistake. It's not like we should expect the world to accept her being human.
Yeah, she just wants a normal life of throwing people in the hospital without evidence of wrongdoing, just like everyone else. Leave Wonder Woman alone!
First, everything you see around you, all our crime-fighting technology, everything, is funded by our merchandising. Our biggest selling unit being the doll.
Does that mean Michael Bay is a superhero?
You shut your damn mouth!
And as if we weren't on enough of a sidetrack, we now talk about Wonder Woman's love life and the man she left behind.
You loved this man. Why'd you leave him? You never told me.
If I become what I'm thinking of becoming, I can't.
You can't what?
Steve, come on. For me to have loved ones or family, they'd be targeted. My enemies, I'd be putting you at risk.
Hey lady, Lois Lane called. She said to grow a pair.
And now to make it even weirder, Veronica Cale shows up in Wonder Woman's office without her attorneys or even a bodyguard.
Is she mad? Wonder Woman has already displayed that the law is no concern. Also, she's played by Liz Hurley. You don't even need a better reason to want to harm her.
Miss Cale, why are you here?
I'm here to make peace. I was hoping Diana and I could be friends.
You want to be friends? Why don't you show me your laboratory?
And what would be in that for me?
I won't kill you.
No, you only get one head explosion per crossover. It's in my contract.
Do you envy me, Diana? Do you perhaps worry that I'm developing athletes with strength to rival your own?
Did you actually come here to threaten me in some way?
The pharmaceutical industry has Congress by the balls, and as I'm sure you can imagine, their balls come particularly easy to me.
Too easy!
So you plan to call all your Washington friends and sick them on us, is that it?
There are all sorts of evil forces to do battle with. I suggest you pick another one.
No need. I've got you.
And I'll kill you. Did I mention that? The killing? Because I will. Kill you, I mean.
The next shot adds to the list of Wonder Woman's crimes. Flying a jet aircraft at low altitude in the middle of a city.
Hang on a sec. I thought her jet was invisible.
Well, sometimes it is, except when it's not.
Oh, but sometimes it's an alien disc that can become a jet.
Well, yeah, and sometimes it's a propeller plane and not a jet.
Except when Bruce Wayne builds it for her.
Or when it's actually a Pegasus that's been turned into a jet.
You know, just for comparison, do either of you know the name of your congressional representatives?
Pre or post-crisis?
Wonder Woman violates airspace just to hop on over to the hospital and check on Willis.
You get yourself well. Can you do that for me, Willis?
You know it. Truth, justice, and the American way, right?
Good lord. Look, you can't even get Wonder Woman right. Don't drag Superman into this mess.
But visiting hours aren't over, and Wonder Woman has another stop to make. The man she almost killed from the opener.
I'm sorry, ma'am. My orders are to let nobody in. No exceptions.
Not even me.
Especially you.
Like my outfit, officer? This outfit opens doors for me. It's gonna open that one, isn't it?
I think that was supposed to be sexy, so why do I want to piss myself?
Pants to be darkened!
Hello, detective. That guy knows where the laboratory is. All I need is 10 minutes with him, and we're all good. You won't even know I was here.
No, Di, I can't.
10 minutes.
I'll give you 5.
I think I'm getting this show. This is a dark dystopian future where everyone lives their lives in fear of their corset-wearing overlord.
Beware the coming of the Ooba Boob!
So, after folding like a cheap suit, the detective lets her into the guy's room to do this.
Help! Help!
Don't do that. That bugs me. Certain sounds, they bug me. Cry of a baby, bark of a dog, snap of an arm.
Pants to be darkened!
Tell me where the laboratory is.
I ain't saying nothing.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions. I mean, he didn't see what she did, so maybe she just...
Because you tortured the information out of the guy, it would all be poisonous fruit.
And never mind.
Okay, if you're so worried, then you go.
I would need a warrant. I am police, and I can't get a warrant with coerced, tortured information as my basis.
You're trying to discuss the rule of law with a woman who just tortured a man in a hospital bed. The hospital bed she put him in! You might as well explain the Fibonacci sequence to a bullfrog!
And if you didn't think this show had some kind of agenda before, you will now. Wonder Woman is asked to go to dinner with the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee. I expect it will be a discussion of all the nuance and poise we've come to expect from this show.
Your work with the LAPD and the FBI is of immeasurable value.
I actually don't work with them at all. Our caseloads just sometimes coincide.
Oh, well, I stand corrected.
You're human.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But you're not, are you?
No, you fool! Don't antagonize her! She needs no excuse!
Pants to be darkened!
You beat people up. You commit torture. Last night, you all but choked a man to death. You stabbed him with a needle to draw his blood.
If this show is trying to provide some kind of defense of torture, you're failing. They make the senator out to be a Washington scumbag, but out of anyone in this show, he's the one who comes off as the most sane.
Well, there's your problem. Sanity here would be a bug, not a feature.
Back at the office, they discuss going through official channels. I know, I'm stunned too.
Any word from Ed on the warrant?
He didn't get it.
What?
He said he will, and to be patient.
Patient. Patient.
It's a virtue.
Not one of mine.
Maybe this is him. This is Etta Candy.
What?
Willis Parks. He just passed away. He didn't make it.
Run! Get out! Agent O'Malley's green calls are coming from inside the house!
So, full of wrath, Wonder Woman suits up to invade Veronica Cale's laboratory. And what exactly is her plan?
Die, you read me. Pick up, die.
Yeah.
Get the warrant. As soon as you leave, it becomes a crime scene. You can then legally move in.
Oh, I see. An end run around the law. Second Amendment be damned.
That's the right to bear arms.
Fifth Amendment.
That's self-incrimination.
13th Amendment.
Yeah, sure, go with that.
It's very possible Wonder Woman knows our whereabouts. It's also very possible that she will show up. Under no circumstances do we allow her to reach the infirmary. I repeat, she does not get to the quarantine patients. Deadly force begets deadly force. Our lawyers say we're entitled to respond in kind.
Oh, good lord, if you're gonna use a superhero show as a mouthpiece for vigilantism, could you at least try to make the bad guys be in the wrong? Because as it stands, I'm rooting for the villain!
Lock the gate, Chris.
You were saying?
Hey, I said they were right, not smart.
Wait, she went off in a full-on rage, and she decided now was the time for the skimpy outfit.
I guess they figured if their dazzling moral arguments didn't hook you, watching her ass will.
I can't see her ass. All I can see is fear.
Pants to be darkened!
And then we have our fight scene, but this is one of the bits that's not quite finished yet. So you can see all the wire work that goes into making a show like this.
Hey, that didn't look so hard. I bet I could pull that off. Okay, you ready?
No.
Alright, here I go.
Ah! Is he dead?
Oh.
Damn it. As the fight continues, Wonder Woman fends off bullets with her bracers. I like that. It actually harkens back to...
Did she just kill?
No, sweetie. No. He's just sleeping.
Oh, great. Next year I gotta tell him Santa Claus is really jolly and swell and great. And I'll shut up now.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
And after that casual murder, it's time to face our... villain? The one not in pleather, I mean.
You have invaded my place of business with no warrant. You have injured my employees, some catastrophically, others you have killed, and I have all of it on various cameras. You are about to meet your equal, Wonder Woman. The American criminal justice system.
Laws are for poor people.
And after casually putting a normal, non-superhuman woman halfway through a wall, Wonder Woman finds all the people the drug experiments have deformed, receiving full medical treatment.
The dialogue makes clear these people are from third world countries and likely procured through human trafficking, but too little too late. You can't try to claim the ends justify the means when your writing controls both!
Stop talking nuance. It's time for all of her employees to show up and applaud her violent rampage.
I'm smiling! I'm clapping! Am I clapping hard enough? Oh God, Wonder Woman, please don't kill me!
I hate to say it, but the lawyer from the Justice Department, he's here.
Holy crap, burn all the evidence!
In a wacky twist, the Justice Department lawyer is, wait for it, her ex-boyfriend!
Hey. So, they picked you to question me?
I got myself assigned.
Because this is a world where conflict of interest was never invented.
Okay then. This concludes our investigation. My finding is that there is no official relationship between Wonder Woman and any law enforcement branch. Any crossover on any cases they both might be working on is purely coincidental.
See, kids, corruption and mendacity are okay if they work in your favor.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe! And we end this moral morass back in her apartment.
Hey, Sylvester. I mauled a lot of rats tonight. Yeah. Kicked a bunch of dudes in the head. It was awesome.
Oh, and this one dude I straight up murdered. My job is so cool.
People caught up in a steroid slave trade beat up a small army of supersized bad guys. All in a day's work, I guess.
Must be nice to be invincible.
I'd settle to just be able to balance my checkbook and pick up my dry cleaning.
Well, not everyone can be a superhero, I guess.
So they say. If I could just be her for a day, I'd be happy. Just for a day.
Of course you would! You could slay your enemies and get away with it!
So, that was Wonder Woman. What do we think?
I'll start from the comic book fans' perspective. This was heartbreaking. Where Justice League of America made its characters into jokes, this thing turned Wonder Woman into a complete monster. She flaunts the law, she threatens, extorts, tortures, and outright kills. When Alan Moore did this with superheroes, it was commentary on the medium. When this show does it, it's because it can't think of anything better to do.
From a film perspective, it's rubbish. Adrian Palicki is meant to convey an every woman, but instead she gives us a psychotic nightmare of a protagonist that no one but the most twisted of audience members can relate to. The villain is hardly villainous, or even much beyond distasteful, and the pacing is about as even as a movie executive's balance sheet.
And just from a human perspective, this show tries to push the idea that breaking the law and violating basic human rights is perfectly justifiable if you're the good guy, without giving us much grounds to believe Wonder Woman is the good guy. It's so blatantly trying to push this message that I'd call it clumsy, except that would mean they were trying to hide it.
It really gets to me because Wonder Woman is not that hard a character to portray. Truth, honor, compassion, done.
And not only that, but it takes Wonder Woman and makes her into the stereotype of the lonely 30-something with a cat and a chick flick. Women have more dimensions than this.
Exactly. They're not unreasonable, unknowable creatures. They're not mysterious. They're just people like everyone else with as much rational thought as a...
You're doing a review? I just spent the last 4 hours sitting on my ass downstairs in one spot because somebody told me that Gary Larson was going to be coming by to give out autographs. And did this happen? No! So, I want to know exactly who I can hold responsible for this right now!
Pass to be darkened!
Could you stop with the media exposition already? At this point, you have officially given Dr. Phil grounds to get an S. Fuck.
To get a fuck.
No. Well, someone has to
Dr.
get a
Phil.
fuck in order for him to get a fuck.
Okay.
Right?
I need you to tell me about the fucking.
Okay. All right.
I am
That's a giggle.
so glad
One more
Marco isn't
time.
here right now.
What's really great about this is that this will end up on the blooper reel and people will be upset over the fact that I swear in real life.